Hi everyone, my name is Will from Momentum. For those who don't know me, we are a Belgian IT company. And I think we've been working with Podio since 2014, so quite a while. We started using Podio as the platform to build an online booking software service for youth camps. And we've been using Podio heavily ever since. These days, we offer a tech consultancy program for charities in Belgium, where we also roll out Podio to those clients. In the last few years, we've also developed as Momentum a few add-ons for Podio. And today I just want to give you a, can you see my screen, by the way?
We sure can.
Yeah, all right. And today I want to give you a very short and quick overview of the 3 add-ons that we've built for Podio. So we've built 3 products: Dynamic Forms, Backup and Restore, and Power Tools. The next slide gives you a quick overview of how these add-ons might be able to help your clients. So put shortly, Dynamic Forms just gives the users extra features compared to the standard Podio web forms. It's a bit similar to the functionality of what Jordan just had explained with his external pages, but I'll get back to that later. Backup and Restore is where we basically save the day of our clients that have messed up and deleted accidentally some essential data. So Backup and Restore will just do a daily backup of all of your Podio data and also give you the opportunity to restore it back to Podio. And then Power Tools is more a Chrome extension that adds features. This is something more for the Podio wizard enthusiast within an organization. It's something that we use a lot every day, and also our clients, but they solve a few more specific use cases. I will deep dive in each of these add-ons very briefly in the coming few minutes. But first, I would give you, I want to stand still with our revived referral program. This referral program has been renewed. It's basically made more attractive for you partners. So what it does is, if you register, you get a unique sign-up link, and every user that signs up through your link will then be attached to your account. And then you can get payouts or rewards for every active subscriptions of your clients. So we have 3 price plans for each of our add-ons. It's the same 3 price tiers, so Turbo, Plus, and Lite. We offer a continuous partner reward of 30% of the original price for Turbo packages and 20% for the Plus packages. We also offer, with this referral link, a 10% discount to your clients, so they get a better incentive to actually use your link to sign up and get that discount as well. And then the payouts happen as long as the subscription stays active. So if you manage to reach out to a big number of clients, this could actually lead to a nice, a significant amount of monthly recurring revenue for you. So if you're interested, please visit momentumtools.hc/referral program. I'll also put a link later on the chat channel. Then let's deep dive into our products. I'm just going to our website and put your faces here. So I'll just log in with my user and go straight to the backup app to give you a better understanding of what this can do. So what you see here is just really a backup status dashboard. You can see we backup files, items, comments, basically everything. We do this for different organizations. So all of our licenses are based on or managed on organization level. We also backup Globiflow workflows, which you can see here. And then thirdly, a very attractive and appraised feature is the sync to Google Drive. So for each of your Podio apps, comments, tasks, and files, we actually first sync it to our own AWS server with heavy encryption, but then we also will sync it to a secured Google Drive folder. And this just really gives an extra level of peace of mind to our clients, because they may not trust us, okay, who's Momentum, where are their servers, but they at least can always, as you can see here, access their backup in a readable format through their own Google Drive account. So it really gives them another level of reassurance, okay, this is really being backed up. I can see my newly created items every day appearing here. And the way it works is that we create for each workspace a separate folder. And then if you open a workspace, you can see just an updated Google Sheet for each of your Podio apps, as well as one for comments, the metadata, and the files, and the tasks, and a separate folder where all of your attachments are being stored. And for instance, if you open this one, this Google Sheet is being updated. Like, it's the same Google Sheets being updated once every day, at least if there's an update happens in the Podio app. And then it's also possible for users to restore deleted items. We also assist our users and partners with more complex restore operations. So if they come with, say, I just deleted the whole workspace, can you please help us? That's definitely something we do as well. One important note for this backup app is that we can only help our clients if they have an active subscription. This may sound trivial, but we do get a lot of requests of users saying, hey, I just deleted a bunch of data. Can you guys please help me? But they haven't an active trial or a subscription. So in that case, of course, we can't really do much for them. So that's important to note as well. Then the Power Tools, and for this I will go to another test user. I'll go to the credits overview. In this page, you can't do too much. You just see the credits being used for your account. But Power Tools is essentially a Chrome extension that will add a few more features to your directly to your Podio user interface. I'll just go really quickly over them. The first one is called Bulk Edit. And it allows you to very quickly update big chunks of data. So you can just select a set of items. Let's say we update the lead status to hot leads, and then we just click update, and then it's being updated. So it's a very user-friendly, very quick way. As you can see, it goes really fast. So this is an awesome tool if you're just building new apps or you're adding a new field and you kind of want to avoid doing import exports all the time. So this is really something that we use a lot. A handy use case as well is to use these updates of fields to trigger a Globee workflow, for instance, in bulk. So yeah, this is what bulk edits can do. Power Export is similar to the standard Podio export of Podio, but it allows you to fetch data from related fields. So as you scroll down, you can see I'm now in the Leads app, which also has a link to the Expenses app. So in this export, I can automatically fetch data from the other app. I know this is possible just with also using calculations or Globeeflow workflows, but I think this is a slightly easier to use tool for our users. And it also avoids that you have to create lots of copied fields in different apps. It's also possible to save that layout, so you save time the next time to export these exports. You don't have to rebuild those exports over and over again. And then PowerSync is quite similar to Power Export, but this will create an export that will sync every 10 minutes your data to a dedicated Google Sheet. And this will allow you to do fun stuff on top of it. I'll just show you. I'll go to our help center. I'll just look for sync. And as you can see, once it's synced to the Google Sheets, it gives the user access to a very familiar and trusted environment to do stuff on top of that. I know reports like this can also be built by things like using Plecto, but for the user, that's another program, another tool to be purchased to get familiar with, whereas most people like to work in Google Sheets, so it kind of lowers the barrier for them as well. For instance, this example is a pivot table you can build with conditional formatting, and so this is being updated with data directly from Podio. Another fun feature is that you can also then connect it with Google Data Studio, which of course then allows you to build awesome portals on top of your Podio data. Last one is Power Filters, which will fetch data from other apps so that you can filter directly on a bunch of data directly in your app. Time is running out, so I'll have to jump to Dynamic Forms to give you a short demo there. If we go back to the user portal, for those who haven't seen Dynamic Forms yet, it really offers a lot of fun features on top of the Podio standard web forms. I will very quickly create a form to show you how easy it actually is to do something amazing. I'll just build a one-page form for, let's say, the expenses app. And if you then click create form, you will be able to directly select or deselect the fields from your app. And this will import the form. And if you then click save and then click share and open this in another tab, you will already see the form that we've just created. So it goes very quickly. I'll very briefly show you some of the powerful or fun things you can do. You can, of course, add images, text, titles to your form. Something trivial but not easily possible with the standard Podio forms. You can also add columns, 2 or more columns, and it's very easy to work with the drag and drop interface. You can also add signatures, which will store the signature as an image, as an attachment, any Podio item, or you can also sync it to a dedicated image field in your Podio app. There's a bunch of things. You can add tabs, tables, reCAPTCHA, everything. A very powerful feature is also the conditional formatting. So we have here a status field with a few categories. We can, for instance, decide that we will, if you open this configuration field for this field, you can add conditional logic, and you can say, hey, I want to have this field visible whenever the status field has value reported. So I'll click save. I'll save my form again and see how our form looks now. It's not the nicest form, but you see if you click here, this will hide or show the description field based on that value. A very powerful feature here again is that you can also use JavaScript. So if you go to the help widget in the bottom and just do conditional logic, here you can see how you can do more complex stuff where you work with and or conditions. I mean, there's a few limitations as long as you can write it down in JavaScript codes, essentially. 2 more things I would like to explain is the use of nested forms. So if your app is pointing to another app, you can create nested forms where you either create one single nested item or you create multiple ones. So I'm now adding fields from the related client app. I'm adding 2 fields here, and I'll just click save and see how that now is shown on the form. Yeah, I didn't rename data grids. You can, of course, change this. But so you fill in this form with an amount, and then you can here then add different company names with a different contact name. If I would click submit, this will have then created an item in your expense app with 2 related items. This is also something that's not possible with with the standard functionality of Podio. And then the last thing that I would like to point out is the similarity with external pages, because also these dynamic forms you can actually use to show data to external users. So I've just created this item. If I then would go take the developer or the item ID better and add that as a suffix to my URL, you will see the updated item that I've submitted before. And so this also allows you to solve use cases where users register for an event, get an email by Globiflow with their link where they can update data. You can easily disable these fields as well. So this could, for instance, allow them to just update